Hi everyone, I'm Michelle. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day so far. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you've been a part of my channel before, thank you so much for stopping by. This is gonna be a fun one. I'm really excited. This is a different video. I was actually tagged in what is this? I have my laptop right here because I record videos on my phone, so I can't use my phone to look at pictures. So I took a screenshot and I'm looking at it from my laptop basically. So hopefully it doesn't die because it only has like 10%. But this is called the Amigurumi book tag, and I was tagged by Rebecca from Yarn and Pajamas. So I'm very, very excited to do this. Oh my goodness though. I think this is gonna be a long one. So please feel free to grab your coffee, your tea, whatever you'd like, or this might be a bit of a chatty video because I own quite a bit of Amigurumi books. I haven't bought Amigurumi crochet books in a really long time. I think last year maybe I bought 2, but when I first started crocheting, I definitely went off of books more than I did digital crochet patterns. I didn't really know a lot about them, and then I started creating them myself. But I love buying books whenever I get the chance. I want to think that I have made patterns out of the majority of the ones that I own. But I'm gonna look through them really quickly right now, and then we'll get started on the questions, because the first question is, how many books do you have? So let me count them up. Okay, so I counted them all up. In total, I have 19 different Amigurumi books. And from those 19, I have made, because the question is, how many books do you have you've made something from? I have made 12, or things from 12 of my books. So there's still not as many as I thought that I haven't worked from. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I only have 7 books that I have either bought or been gifted that I haven't made anything from. And then 12 I have made things from. So out of the ones that I've made things from, there's 4 questions, and the first one is, how would you rate the book? So must buy, good, okay, fair. So the first one is Zigurumi 7. Such a cute book. Honestly, the cover Amigurumi is one of my favorites. I have made multiple Amigurumis from this book. The back has a few as well. The bear, I really want to make that one day. I have already made the seagull. And then I believe I made this moose before as well, but I don't know if I ended up finishing it or frogging it. But Scraps the Seagull is one of my favorite, which you can also buy most of these patterns separately if you don't want to buy the whole book. A lot of these designers sell their patterns on Etsy, since these books are really cool because there's a lot of different styles in there. Since most of the patterns are made from, like, I think they get like a group of 6 designers to have all types of different Amigurumi patterns in there. So I really love it. Because it's so different. There's a lot of variety in there. This deer is so cute too. So for me, I think this book is a must buy. I think it's really cute. There's some easier patterns in here. There's some harder ones. So you have all sorts of a range of different Amigurumis, you know, depending on your skill level, if you want to work on a harder one. So I do think this is a must buy because the designs are so, so cute. How many items have I made from it? I did Noelle the deer. I made this zebra before, Xander. So 2. I'm not gonna count Monty the moose because, to be honest, I don't think I finished him. But I did make Scraps the Seagull, which is number 3. And I believe that's it. So I've made 3 from this book. So it's not too bad, but there's definitely, looking back at it right now, I'm realizing there's so many more that I really want to make, including that elephant too. I kind of have a go-to elephant pattern that looks similar to this, but that would be a fun, cute change to make on my next elephant. So I'll leave that right there. The next one, oh, there's 2 more questions. Any tips or thoughts on the book patterns that you can remember? Not really. These are actually written very, very well, and that's another reason I love this book. I don't believe there were any mistakes. The patterns that say they're a little bit more advanced are definitely more advanced. I've learned a lot of different techniques with this book because this was one of the first crochet books that I bought. So I don't know if I'm remembering that the patterns are a little bit harder than they were because I got it when I first started crocheting, or yeah, but there's definitely a wide range of different types of patterns. And the last question is basically what made me buy this book. I saw it when I was at Joann's. This is a book that I bought in person, which is usually how I buy my books. I saw it and I knew I needed it because, again, this was back when I first started crocheting and I didn't really use digital patterns. I mostly used books, which is, I think it's the way to go. It's definitely one of my favorites. I'm torn because I love both ways. I love the variety that we have online, but there's nothing like holding an Amigurumi book. So the second one is Zigurumi 5. This is a cute one. Either I bought it at the same time when I bought this one, or I bought that one, or either one of them, and then I knew next time I go to Joann's, I'm gonna pick the second one up. I'm pretty sure that's the way it happened. So how would I rate this book? This one, I feel like this one, the patterns are a little bit harder than that one. They have more, there's a lot more sewing in the patterns. I feel like that personally anyways. But I do think this is a must buy if you like different types of animals. There's such a cute variety in here. And I love this book. There's definitely challenging amigurumis to this though. How many items have I made from it? I've actually made this peacock and it took me so long to make it. I gave it to my mom, I think, for like Mother's Day, but it turned out beautiful. And even, let's see, that was again when I first started crocheting, and I'm glad I was a little bit better at crocheting by the time I made it because it turned out big and she still has it. And I'm really happy I dedicated the time to make that for her. So from here, I've made, this is such a cute one. I want to make this one, but I haven't done so yet. I've done Scout the puppy. And then I've done the peacock, as I mentioned. Definitely a lot of sewing on that peacock, though. It's a challenge for sure. And then I did Snuggles the bunny. So I did 3 different amigurumis from this book, and I have a scrap of yarn as a once upon a time bookmark, I guess. So any tips or thoughts on the book? Definitely that there's a lot of sewing to these amigurumis. They're really cool, but be prepared to sew. And then what made me buy it? I think it was just I was on my trip to Joann's. Whimsical Stitches. I love this book as well. This is definitely one of my go-tos. I've worked so much from this book. It's crazy. I learned a lot in this one. I think this was my second ever crochet book, and it's very special to me. Very, very special. How would I rate it? Must buy. This is an absolute must buy. I actually got this because this is kind of a popular book now. It's really thick. It has so many amazing patterns in it, but I got it back when I think it was when it first came out anyways. But again, my local craft store is Joann's. That's why I'm going to keep mentioning Joann's. But I purchased this when I was on a trip there and I saw it and I thought, I absolutely need that because I'm starting to learn amigurumi. So maybe I'll be able to make some things from here. So yes, it's a must buy. How many items have you made from it? Quite a few. The tomato. And then this page right here is just supplies, so that's not the pattern, but I've made the tomato. I've done this pineapple, so that's 2. I've never done the peach or the onion. I've made eggplants, so 3. A lot of blueberries, but I'll just count each pattern as 1, even though if I've made them multiple times. So I believe that's number 4. The bell pepper, so number 5. Oh, you know what? There's an easier way to do this. There's pages I forgot on this book that have all the different ones together from the different categories. So this one is at the market. So I've made the eggplant, the tomato, the green pepper, the pineapple, and the blueberry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next one is at the bakery. So I've done the coffee cup, the cupcake in both sizes because there's 2 different patterns, as you can see, a large and a small. I've done a ton of macaroons, and I think that's it. I've made donuts before, but I don't think it was from this book. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 patterns so far. Then we have down on the farm. I've made the duck, the bunny, the cow, eggs, and I think I made the pig as well. So wow, I made all of these. And then the bunny comes with the carrot pattern as well. So what was that? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yes, I didn't count the carrot as a pattern because it's in the bunny pattern. So 13. Then the next category, at the aquarium, which I have made the turtle, this octopus that's hiding, and then the jellyfish in the background. So I just have not made, wait, yes I did make that whale. So 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I've made all of the at the aquarium. Then we have in the garden. I think I made this cactus. I'm pretty positive I've made that one, but I have not made any others from the garden because there's a lot of sewing in those. A good amount of the other amigurumis have sewing in them as well, but definitely in the garden, those petals, the petals on the flowers, definitely, like, I know you have to sew each one of those, so I was a little bit turned off by that, but I think I said 14. And does it say how many are in here? 25. That's good. I think that's really good. I am excited because I really love this book a lot, and I keep making things from here. This is kind of a go-to book when I don't know what to make, and there's go-to patterns in here that I really, really like. This is a must-buy again. How many items have you made from it? I think I said 14. And any tips or thoughts that I can remember? This is just an amazing book. I don't think I have any tips for it, but there's so many different things in here, and then you can make them different by using different colors, of course, of yarn as well. And yeah, this one I just bought it again because I saw it at Joann's, and then it got popular later on. Everybody was talking about it on YouTube, on their crochet channels, and I just thought that was so cool. This is, I believe, the last of the Zigurumis that I own. I own 3 books. This was the first one. Again, this one I just bought when I was strolling through Joann's. How do you rate this book? I think it's good. I think it's a good book. How many items have you made from it? I've made actually a couple. Tara the cat, which if you ever make this book, sorry, not this book, this pattern, her neck is like very, very small compared to her big head. So, I mean, if you like that design, that's totally okay too. Or you could put, I didn't with mine and I kind of regretted it after, but you can definitely put some sort of something to help the neck not like wobble because of the big head, or you could change the number of stitches, like decreases that you make on the neck. So that's probably a tip that I would say, or maybe advice, I guess. I also made this pig before, but I did not make the overalls because I got this again when I was first starting to crochet, and I didn't believe in myself to be able to make clothing for the amigurumis at all. But I've also made Eduardo the donkey, and for him, I don't think I did the little shorts. I think I just made him all gray. And I remember this was such a challenge because of the hair. I had to go out and find that type of yarn, and this is when I was completely new at all things crochet, all things yarn. Like nobody in my family does anything with yarn, so this crochet journey that I went on and still currently am on, I never had anyone like helping me out in person. I've had to Google things for myself, YouTube things, books. That's why I think became really helpful for me, because I actually, you know how every crochet book, or almost every crochet book, has these introductory stitches, and they show you how to do like a chain, how to do double crochets, half double crochets, how many times you're supposed to loop the yarn on your hook. I actually learned to crochet using these, so in a book that I will show you guys in just a second. So these are very, very special to me. I've made Johnny the monkey, so that's number 4. And I also made Rory the tiger, so that is number 5. I think that's it from this book. Yeah, 5 different ones from this one. Any tips or thoughts on the book? I think it's just for that one cat pattern. A lot of these though, the heads do tend to kind of be top heavy, so the plushies tend to be top heavy. So you might want to try to find some way to reinforce the neck if it's like going around multiple times sewing. That's what I did. Or you can, there's a lot of different ways now that people are talking about, like putting different like dowels in the neck, or even, what are those summer tubes that you use, the pool noodles. I just bought this when I was at Joann's again. Joann's got me. They got me good. I am gonna turn on this light because it's getting a little bit dark, so there you go. I think that looks a little bit better. I'm losing daylight. Okay, the next one is this Peanuts book. This came from a crochet kit. How would you rate this book? I would rate this as, it's must buy, good buy, or fair. I would rate it as fair, which I believe is the lowest rating. It's not that it's, the thing is, there's some mistakes in here, and even for myself, who I wouldn't say I'm an advanced crocheter, but I can figure out a pattern, especially with amigurumi. Like I'm confident in that. And this pattern book caused me quite a bit of stress. So I really wanted to have like all these Charlie Brown amigurumis made and have them all on a shelf. And I just thought that would have been so cute. That was my goal for buying this book. The kit I think I bought it on Amazon. No, I think I got it at Barnes & Noble's online because I don't have a Barnes & Noble's locally. And I was quite disappointed because it was so hard and it was really just a challenge that I wasn't enjoying anymore. So I did not continue making the whole set. And if I'm not mistaken, yeah, there's 12 different characters in here. And I think one of them might be the house, the red house, or the piano. Oh, okay, the house isn't in crochet, it's like cut out in paper, but you can make like Schroeder's piano and the really cute things in here, but unfortunately I couldn't even work through it. And I don't think I'm the only one either. I'm pretty sure Valerie from Valerie's Cuddly Cat Crochet and Sewing, I love her channel so much, I love her. She had issues with this one as well because we both wanted to make the whole set in the same year, but that didn't work out. How many items did I make from it? I ended up trying. I tried so hard and I ended up making the Snoopy and Charlie Brown. And I still have them. I don't think I'm ever gonna get rid of them. Charlie Brown was such a struggle, and he is when I really realized how messed up this book is. It has a lot of pictures, which you would think is wonderful, but when the pattern's messed up, no amount of pictures can help me, really. So yeah, I did Charlie Brown and Snoopy. Any tips or thought on the book? I think I kind of already gave you guys all my thoughts on it. Sorry, it was so negative. But what made me buy this? I think I might have first seen it on Valerie's channel. I'm almost positive she showed it first, and then I let her know that I was gonna buy it as well. And we kind of had, we were gonna make them together, and yeah, that didn't work out, but we both tried really hard, and I think that's what counts. Because why crochet something if it's stressing you out and it's not bringing you happiness? Okay. Happy Amigurumi. Oh, another book I love. How would you rate this book? This is a must buy. This is a really fun must buy. How many items have you made from it? I've made quite a few. I think there's a grid that shows all the amigurumi patterns. I love when books do this. Let me put this over here. Okay. So I have made the bird. I've made multiples of these. The turtle as well. The frog. And I think that might be it. But I've made all of those except for the frog. So I made the turtle and the bird multiple times because I enjoyed it so much. How many items? So I think 3. Any tips or thoughts? I love this book. This book has really easy amigurumi patterns, and they're really cute. And I don't know, there's just something about this book. It definitely brings me a lot of happiness, and there's so many in here that I really want to make. And I even want to keep remaking the amigurumis that I make from here. And I feel like that's when you know an amigurumi book or a crochet book in general is special and worth it, is when you want to remake things from it, because that means, you know, you love the book. So what made me buy this? I saw different yarny YouTubers talking about this book, that it was being found at the dollar store and Dollar Trees, I think is where they said. And I was not able to find it at a Dollar Tree, but I went on eBay, I think, and I bought it for about $4 or $5, including shipping. And it was really worth it. I love it so much. So I feel like, I don't know what happened, like why they ended up at the Dollar Tree, but it's worth it. If you could get this book for, you know, a few dollars, why not? It has 20 really, really cute patterns. Now that I'm looking at it, I feel like I made the cat. I feel like I've made this birthday cat before, but they're really cute patterns, and I do recommend this book. It's well written. I really, really enjoyed this book. And the original price was $22.99, so you could probably still find it online for about $5. The next one is my Pusheen the Cat Christmas collection. So I don't know if this counts as a book because it's kind of like a pamphlet type, but to me it's a book. It's a crochet book. This one is one of the super, super special crochet books to me because one of my yarny friends sent it to me, and it's super, super special. I love it. What would I rate this book? This is a must buy. It's so cute. I love Christmas, and look how adorable they look. Although I don't think you could really buy this. You had to get it. It came with a crochet magazine, and I was not able to find that crochet magazine, even though I went looking for it so many times to the store, and then someone was so sweet and sent it to me. So I still have the magazine that it came with as well. Any tips or thoughts? This is a really well written one as well. I haven't found any mistakes, but I did only make the sloth in it, and it comes with 8 different patterns. It's just so cute. That's all I had to say. It's just so cute. And then what made me buy this? I did not purchase it, but it means so much to me because someone purchased it for me, and I'm very sentimental. Like, it means a lot to me. Here is the next one. It is Easy Crochet Critters, and it's a Vanna's Choice. You can see it's kind of a little bit worn out. I don't know if you guys can actually tell, but in person it's kind of worn out. I got this one time at Michael's because I don't have a Michael's in town, but I was going to Michael's. This was after I had gotten a couple of the Zigurumi books, so I was still getting pattern books. I was still in that time, I guess. And when I went to Michael's, I saw this and it was only $5, so I decided to pick it up. And it has really cute amigurumis in it. What I didn't realize back then was that these do have quite a bit of sewing to them as well. I mean, not a crazy amount, but they're small amigurumis, and you have to sew quite a bit on them, which is not really my favorite when an amigurumi is super small and you have to sew a bunch of stuff. I'll prefer for the amigurumi to be like a little bit of a bigger size if I'm going to have to be sewing stuff on it, if that makes sense. What would you rate the book? I would say this is a good book. It's a good one to have. It's cute. There's different animals in there, so you do learn different like shapes and things, so different crochet techniques as well. This was new for me, the mane on the lion, when I bought it. Any tips or thoughts? I think I kind of mentioned those. And then what made me buy it was it was an impulse buy. I thought I needed it, and you know what? I guess I kind of did. I enjoyed working with it, and then I accidentally skipped the second question, which was how many items have I made from it. Here are all the critters together. I've made the lion and the walrus, as well as the elephant. That elephant had a lot of sewing for sure. But I made 3 different patterns out of the 10. Next, I have the Pusheen Make a Pusheen crochet book. This I got as a, it was in a gift exchange, and it's a different Pusheen than this one. If you don't know, Pusheen the cat is this gray cat right here. It was a really popular internet cat. It looked like this a few years ago. It's still popular today, but I feel like it used to be more popular. So this is the style of the Pusheen that you get from this book. It's just, I think there's 2 crochet patterns in here, and someone gifted this to me in a gift exchange for Christmas. This is one of the patterns. So you can see it's like a completely different style, but it's still the same cat. And then the second pattern is supposed to look more in this style. It's kind of sitting up. I ended up making this one, but I just didn't put the mane on it. But hopefully you can see it. The pictures are really little. There's only like 8 pages in here. But it came in a really, really cute tin, like a lunchbox tin. It was this one. So they have cross stitch, sewing, cake pops, pancake art, biscuits, and then the crochet kit. So there's lots of different kits, and I enjoyed it. It was such a sweet gift because back then I think I was pretty obsessed with Pusheen. I still love her, but yeah, I used to have like a lot of stuffed animals, and my screensaver was Pusheen and everything. I forgot the questions for this one. So what would you rate this book? I would say this one is actually fair because the patterns are a little they're not the easiest, and back when I got this, I think I was still kind of learning to crochet, so I did enjoy making it, but it was a little hard, if that makes sense. And I think the patterns are supposed to be easy, but I didn't think they were that easy. And out of the 2 items, I just made one. Yeah, that's pretty much the questions for this one. Honestly, if you want a Pusheen book, I would probably try to get a hold of this one. I love this one so much. I'm sorry, I'm just going rambling on today. I hope that's okay with you guys. I just have a ton of Amigurumi books, but we just have 3 left of the ones that I've made things from. How would I rate this book? This is the next one. It is called Dumpling Pups. Such a cute book. Honestly, I feel like there is so much creativity in this book, and of course they have the way that I prefer when they have everything in the book lined up, spread out, I should say. Everything in the book spread out. So hopefully you can see. Sorry, the lighting got totally messed up. It got super dark in the last 30 minutes, but there's some really cute pups in here. And then you have dog bowls for them with food and water. You can also make beds for them and cardboard boxes. A lot of the pups, you can make them in costume. How would I rate this book? I think this is a must buy. If you like, these are a little bit smaller though, because even for me, I used worsted weight yarn and a 6mm hook. They're kind of like this size amigurumi. So if you kind of like smallish medium amigurumis with a little bit of sewing in there, this is a really cute book if you like dogs. How many items have I made from it? I know I made Griffin the Corgi. That might actually be it for this one. So I've just made one, which is Griffin the Corgi. And now that I have a Corgi, I feel like I should have had a stripe down the center, because a lot of Corgis have like a stripe right there, and that's because when I made it, I don't think it looked too much like a Corgi. I think it looked more like a rabbit or something. But it's still a cute book, and a lot of cute dogs in here. That so cute. Any tips or thoughts? This is kind of a good, I wouldn't say it's a beginner book, but it's not super hard either. It's kind of like, I'd say like a moderate crochet book. And then what made me buy it? I'll tell you guys right now. The very first crochet book that I ever bought for myself, actually I think my mom might have bought it for me because we used to go to Joann's all the time. The reason I learned to crochet, the guiding help that helped me to learn to crochet. Anyways, my whole journey started with this book, Dumpling Cats. I love this book. Very sentimental to me as well, because this is how it all started. I was scrolling through Joann's. I saw this book and I looked at my mom and I was like, I want to make those. And here we are today, like 4 or 5 years later, maybe. I don't know how long. Maybe 4. I don't know. It's been a long time, but I'm just, I get emotional thinking back because I honestly thought I would never be crocheting like as well as I do today, even though I only make amigurumi, but I love making amigurumi. It's definitely a passion. How would I rate this book? This, for me, I want to say it's a must buy because I'm biased, but I do want to say I was confused a lot when I bought this book, especially because I was such a beginner. I had been looking up tutorials online to crochet as well, and there's like a guide at, I don't know if it's the beginning or the end of the book, that kind of teaches you the different stitches as well. And I was trying to use that. I think there's a guide. Maybe there isn't. Oh, I think this one does not have a guide, but I used to use the Zigurumi guide on that book, and also look up different tutorials as I was making these. So these took me hours and hours and hours to finish just one because I was so new. But a lot of these start with a chain, and I feel like it's basic crochet knowledge. A lot of people learn first to crochet a chain, but since I was teaching myself amigurumi, I saw that most of them started with making a round, a magic round. Yeah. And so this threw me off for a little bit, but I was still able to make things from here eventually. I just had to figure it out because I was really confused. But if you're able to crochet and you like crocheting amigurumis starting with a chain, then you'll really enjoy this book. I think most of them do start with that chain. How many have I made from here? I've made quite a few, and I've made multiple. So I did the cat bed, I did cheeks, I did Daisy, which is a cat in a sunflower costume, so 3. I did Tank, 4. Paula, 5. And then the bowls, I've made like 6 of those. So I'll just say the food bowls. What am I on, 5? Phineas, 6. I think maybe a month ago I made Chunk with you guys. So is that 7? Yeah, I think that's it, 7. There's really cute ones, a lot of different costumes for them as well, just like the dogs. I think the dogs might have more costumes though. No, actually, there's quite a few different costumes in here as well. That box, so cute. So yeah, the reason I bought this one is because I love this one, and I had the cat one, so I knew I needed the dog one as well. My laptop keeps locking. There you go. The very last crochet book that I've made something from is Modern Amigurumi for the Home. If you watch my videos, you might have seen this one in the last, like maybe the second to last video. I recently got, well, actually I think this was the last amigurumi book that I purchased, and I think it was maybe like 4 months ago. How would you rate this book? I think this is an okay book. So kind of in the middle. The only reason I say that is because personally I work with acrylic yarn, and I realized a lot of these, I think all of these are worked in light number 3 yarn, DK weight, so they turn out huge. I don't really mind that, but it's the only reason why I kind of hesitate a little bit to make big amigurumis is because of the polyester fiber fill. I'm like always running low on it, and these, especially being so big, are real stuffing eaters is what I call it. So yeah, that's the only reason. But otherwise, this is like really well written. I think the patterns are so cute, especially the cat and the pig. And the rooster is really unique looking as well. How many items have I made from it? I recently showed you guys I made this cat, and that's the only one that I've made so far. Any tips or thoughts on the patterns? Just that, again, these are all made with light yarn, light 3-weight yarn. So if you prefer working with acrylic yarn, be prepared for a really big amigurumi. And then what made me buy this? I had a coupon for Joann's, and this was on sale. It was like maybe it was a gift card, not a coupon, because I don't think you can use a coupon on things that are on sale. But anyways, this is originally $10. I think it was on sale for like $7, and I had a gift card for $5, so I ended up getting it for like $3, and I thought that was really worth it. So those are all of the crochet books that I have made things from. The ones that I haven't, I'm just going to show you guys really quickly, and I'm going to drink some water. Okay, I don't think I've ever talked so much in these videos, and I'm trying to go a little fast, so yeah, definitely getting parched. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books that I'll just show you guys really quickly. I purchased this one, Unicorns, Dragons, and More Fantasy Amigurumi. This is kind of similar to the Zigurumi books, but these are all fantasy characters. They're really cute characters, really unique looking, and I just purchased it one time when I was strolling in Joann's again. This was maybe like a year and a half ago. I really love the cover one. I want to make him, but it's so much sewing. That's what's keeping me back from making all of these, honestly. Look how cute. Oh, they're all so cute, but there's definitely a lot of sewing to this. But I knew I wanted the book, so I picked it up. Then I have Hello Kitty Crochet. This was back when I first was making amigurumis, and this is one of the books that I bought when I first was crocheting that I haven't actually crocheted from, because most of the ones that I bought back when I was first learning, I actually really used. And for example, the Whimsical Stitches, the Zigurumis, the Dumpling Cats, I made a lot of things from those because those were my options. And then I bought this one, and for some reason I just haven't made anything from here. They're cute, they're really cute patterns, but I think it's because they look kind of small. Now that I look at them, I'm like, that's probably going to be a little tedious because these are smaller amigurumis, and again, they're really adorable, but you can tell there's quite a bit of sewing on there. So I still have this, and I have hope that one day I'm going to make something from here. If anything, I would just love to make the Choco Cat. Let me see if Choco Cat, this one right here. So then I could just say I've made something from it. But I got this one from Joann's as well. I got this Rudolph the Reindeer crochet book. This was actually from a thrift store. They just had the book, and to be honest with you guys, 100% honest, I'm a little bit afraid of this because of what happened with the Charlie Brown book. I would love to have the whole set of the Rudolph characters, and I know it's 100% possible because Terry from the Yarn Joy podcast was so brave, and she has made all of the Rudolph characters from this kit. So it's possible. I think I'm traumatized. No, but I think it's a really cute book. I just haven't been brave enough to try and attempt these characters, but maybe one day, maybe. And then I have the tiny toys to crochet. I got this one maybe a year ago. I just thought these were really cute, and to be honest, I probably mostly got it for the dinosaur right here because I love dinosaurs. I'm like dinosaur obsessed, to be honest with you guys. I really love dinosaurs. Look at him, he's so cute. And there's some really cute ones in here. There's like, even the robot's cute. It's different, it's really cute. Then there's like a teddy. Oh no, this is a kitten. Kind of looks like a tiger. But there's some really cute ones in here. And so I picked it up because there were multiple cute little ones. I just haven't had the time. Honestly, I kind of forgot about this book, to be honest with you guys, but it retails for $10, so you could probably get it around like $7, because usually Amigurumi books or craft books in general tend to be on like a constant sale at craft stores. They're usually like 20 or 30% off. Then I got Amigurumi Treasures. I got this around the same time that I got the Unicorns and Dragons one. I couldn't decide, so I think I went back the next day and bought the one that I didn't buy the day before. Really adorable patterns. Honestly, this book, I always see things online from the characters, like different people making them, because they're so cute. The designer is so extremely talented, and I saw this book and I knew I had to buy it. I haven't made anything from it. I think there's definitely a lot of details in the patterns, and it's so cute. But yeah, I just haven't made anything yet. I do plan to. I do really want to, especially there's like a dodo bird in here that I think is so cute. Let me see if I can find. It's like a 5-page pattern for the dodo bird. Look though, so cute. Honestly, this is a really good buy if you want to start making a little bit more challenging amigurumi, I would say. And I've seen people talk about making things from this book, and I've never heard people complain that like there's any errors in the pattern or anything like that. It's a really thick book. It does retail for $19, but it's worth it. It's super cute. I think I got it probably on like a slight sale as well. These two, they are also really special to me, and I'm gonna tell you guys why. So I have the Amigurumi Monster and the Amigurumi Monsters 2. I just hit myself. The Monsters 2 pattern books. I love these so much. So one time, this was, I think my channel was still pretty new, but I was already making Yarny Friends. And one time I mentioned that I really wanted to make this guy, and I didn't know the name of the pattern, so I just said I want to make this orange monster from an amigurumi book. And I don't have the book, but it's something that I want to buy in the near future. And then all of a sudden, I got 2 packages from such amazing Yarny friends, and I love them so much. And every time I look at these books, I think of them. One of the packages had both of these books in it, and she said that, you know, she's sending it because she knew that I wanted to make the orange one, and you know, there's other patterns in here I might want to make as well. I was so touched by that. And then the other package had just this book in it. So I ended up with 2 of these and 1 of these, but there's such cute patterns in here. I think, I don't know, they're just so cute. They're really different, and I've been wanting to make things from here, but I'm gonna tell you what happened. So I had 2 of these books, and I showed them to you guys when I first got them. Let me find the orange monster. Anyways, I didn't start him right away, but I did start it maybe like, I want to say like 4 months after I got them, and I felt bad because since it was a gift and people sent me the book, I was like, I really need to make it. But I wanted to make it for myself as well as make it in like showing appreciation for receiving the book. I couldn't find it. It's not Marty the Party Monster. It's a different, oh, there you go. It's the last one. His name's Mr. Orange. Oh, he's so cute. So, long story short, I had 2 of these books. I was traveling, I think I might have, I don't even remember where it was, maybe Lake Tahoe. And I had my crochet bag, my project bag, and this book inside. Somehow it got lost. I don't even know if it was on that trip, to be honest with you guys. I just lost it. I lost the progress that I had made, and I was far because you start at the top and you work all the way down, and it actually works up really big in acrylic yarn. So he was a big size, and I was like down, I think you start at the top. maybe you start at the bottom. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. But if you started from the top, then I was down here. If you started from the bottom, then I was already up here. I was ready to put the safety eyes, stuff it, and close it. And that's when I stopped working on it. And then I lost the project bag. I lost my progress. I lost the book. So yeah, that is my tragic story of my Amigurumi Monsters 2 book. I once had 2 and now I have 1. So yeah, that is what happened, and that's why I mentioned long ago that I really wanted to make Mr. Orange, and to this day I have not finished a Mr. Orange. It's because I started him and he got lost. I guess he didn't want to be complete. And it was in really nice yarn too. It was in my favorite acrylic yarn, which is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. I was using their nice orange for it, but yeah, that is it. That was my crochet amigurumi book tag. Thank you so much, Rebecca, for tagging me. I really enjoyed doing this, and I hope I didn't bore you guys too much. I know there was a lot of chit chat in this video, but I've been enjoying watching other people's because personally, I know I probably shouldn't, but I'm always looking for new amigurumi patterns and especially amigurumi books to buy. So I've been enjoying watching other people's videos and getting inspiration on which books I should buy next. So my dog is right here. I'm not sure. I was gonna pick him up and show him to you guys, but he is fast asleep. Maybe I'll turn the camera for a second. Yeah, I was gonna show him to you guys because he's grown so much. And I'm pretty sure like he's grown ever since I showed him to you guys as well. But he is fast asleep. But hopefully I'll show him to you guys in another video. But thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Both of the babies are doing well. The other dog is off to the corner sleeping when he enjoys. And then the cats are doing well as well. So yeah, thank you for joining me, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye!